What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Lukey here. So in this one I'm gonna go through your kick and bass relationship, and I'm just gonna give you a few tips and a few pointers I've learned over the years to try and make it sound a bit better. Like, it's nearly impossible to check how it's gonna actually sound in a club because most of us don't have a sub. We only have our headphones and our studio monitors. So what I recommend is always check your mix on every device you have. Like, when I finish my mix, I'll check it on my monitors, which I'm making the music on, my headphones, my DJ headphones, and my HD25s, because they boost certain frequencies. I'll check it on my phone speakers. I'll check it when I used to live in Ireland. When I drove, I'd check it in the car. I'm in Barcelona now, so I don't have a car, but I'd always check it in the car. My iPad, my AirPods, everything. And you just see how it translates on different systems, and it can give you a taste of what you might need to change. So before we start, if anyone wants to get the pack or the free pack, you can get it in the link in the description. If you want to check us out first, we have a free pack with a lot of samples. If you can like, comment and subscribe, it'll help me a lot so I can keep making these videos for people, giving free education. So yeah, it'll help so I have more time then to make these videos. So so I'll just start with the kick. So I always have my kick peaking at like -6 dB. That's where I usually go, between like -9 and -6. And then the bass of my track kind of goes off that kick drum, so I walk around that. Some people might tell you different. I've seen a video and people say they start to -10 dB, but this is just what I do. I've played my tracks out, they sound good, I'm happy with how they sound. So yeah, you don't want like your kick and your bass peaking at the same frequency. So I'm gonna just give you a listen to mine, and you can kind of hear how you can hear the kick separately and you can hear the bass separately. Like, there's no mud there, do you know what I mean? You don't want them like, sometimes you think it sounds good, and sometimes you hear a lot of old tracks and it doesn't sound too bad, but now, like, with technology and stuff, we can get our kick and bass sounding very good. There's plugins out there who, like AI EQ plugins and stuff. Well, I'm just gonna give you a quick listen to my kick and bass, and yeah, you can make your own mind up. Right, so I feel like I can hear my kick clearly and I can hear my bass clearly, which is a good sign. Another way to check that is I always put on an EQ on my master channel with all the other elements, and then I'll bring it down and I'll cut down to like here and see what it sounds like. So let's show you. I can still hear them separately. I can hear the kick coming through, and then I can hear the bass. Right, so that's a good sign. You always want your kick and bass in mono, so you go here, put your kick in mono, and I don't have it on this because this Max Bass plugin is in mono, so that just automatically puts it in mono. So yeah, you can kind of check. So sometimes you don't need to do too much work, just trust your ears. But if it's not sounding right, you can kind of see, like, this is peaking around 50, in and around that. And then the bass, I don't want that peaking at 50, because then they're going to be fighting for space. Depending on the note it's hitting, but look, there's a little bit of room around here, like it's changing. Well, I have my Kickstart 2 on. It's a Nicky Romero plugin for sidechaining, and it's a sidechain plugin. So look, when that kick is hitting, the sidechain is dipping it down the bass, so it's leaving room. So like, it's like this, like if you can imagine your kick and your bass running together, and then when the kick's coming through, it's like dipping, so that keeps punching through in the mix. So yeah, that's a great plugin. It's very cheap. I think it's like 15-20 euro or something. Like, I used to use the Ableton compressor. I only bought this a couple of months ago actually. I meant to buy it years ago and I just forgot, but it definitely is good and so easy to use. Like, you can just throw it on. You don't really need to do anything. You just mess around with it until it sounds right. You can use the Ableton compressor. Where is it? Dynamics. And then you can go sidechain and then make a ghost track and a ghost kick and just drag it along the full track, turn it off, sidechain, and then pick your channel, and then you can kind of sidechain or hear your compression and stuff like that. But I feel like I don't need to do that anymore. I use Kickstart. I feel like it does everything for me. I just bring the mix down a little bit and kind of where it's starting and how tight I want it and stuff like that. So yeah, I think they sound pretty good. You can solo them now. Like the kick is still punching through clearly. I'll show you the levels. Look, the bass is like a few dB. Usually I don't have it that low. It kind of depends on the synth you're using, but I think the levels sound good. Then sometimes your kick sound like your sub. Like I cut out to hear to about 40. Maybe I didn't need to cut that much out, but like I always cut to 30 because humans can't hear under that. But I feel like I get a lot of mud under there and I want to leave the kick coming through, so I cut out. It still sounds proper. Like I'm not noticing much there, but in a club system you might. I think I'm just leaving a little bit of room for the kick. So yeah. Then I put max bass on. Just a touch. That's pushing like 60 hertz. Look, I'm barely even pushing it, but I'll just give you an example of what it would sound like. They have max bass and R bass and waves, and for enhancing your bass the best ever. Honestly, I feel like I have to put on everything. I've stopped doing it because I was pushing stuff way too far for a while, but now I use max bass because it's a little bit more control. You can mess around with the decay and stuff. R bass kind of only has 2 controls on it. It doesn't have the decay and stuff, so you just push it, you pick the frequency and then you just boost it, and sometimes it pushes it too hard, but they're both amazing plugins, what I recommend. So yeah, I just have that little touch. Like you can't hear much maybe now, but I can hear it, and when you're in a club it'll be a little bit more subbier. So yeah, that's it, side chaining, and make sure you have no competing frequencies, and then you can do the test, which I kind of always do throughout the tracks, and I test it with the other elements, because sometimes frequencies kind of build up and then they get in the way, so test it with everything else. So I have a few different scenes here, but for example, it's still punching through the way I want, just beautiful. Then
maybe I want to be I'm more free, maybe I want to ask what he wants for breakfast, and you reply let's talk about
Still going good for me. I'm still punching through nicely. You can hear them both separately with everything else. And then my final little step is I put them in a group just to give them a little bit of glue. You can use a glue compressor for this, or you sometimes do, depends on. I feel like it pushes it a lot, which I don't really need. I try to do most of my processing and dynamics and stuff before I put it in the group. So when I throw it in the group, then I just put this warm-up blow. I use the warm-up blows preset for the saturator and Ableton, but I actually turn off the colour, so I don't. It's not actually that preset. It's just a normal saturator. I turn off the colour here, and then I just give it a little bit of drive, and the drive wet up, and it just glues them two of them together a little bit more. So not much, just a little bit, because I put my drums and stuff in a bus, and I give them a little bit of a push, so I want to push the kick and the bass a little bit as well, so they're nice and loud. I'm happy with that mix. Everything's perfect for me here. So yeah, if you're struggling with your kick and bass, try these techniques and try them on. Test out your mix on different devices and see how it sounds. We'll leave it there, gang. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.